One moment, Michelle McKibbon says she was an active and independent 45-year-old. The next, she was experiencing a stroke.
I was just in shock. It's really not anything that I had on my radar. I always thought, stroke is something that could happen to you later in life, so it just completely caught me off guard.
She remembers waking up in a hospital bed at CHI Health Bergen Mercy, unable to move the left side of her body or see clearly.
It was really hard for me to accept too. Because I needed help with pretty much everything, so it was a real adjustment for me.
Michelle came to Madonna Rehabilitation Hospital's specialized stroke program, determined to return to walking, driving, and working. Occupational therapist Nicole Slusher says Michelle is not alone.
I feel like we have had an increase in young stroke survivors coming through our doors needing therapy services, and about 10 to 15% of strokes are actually in the 18 to 50 years old range.
After nearly a month of inpatient therapy, Michelle progressed to Madonna's Rehabilitation Day program.
Michelle's big goals were to get back to work and to get back to driving, and so whatever we could do to facilitate those things. When I think back to when we started with the FES bike and the Armeo, but as she's progressed throughout her care, we've been able to stop using some equipment and trying new things that she wouldn't have been able to do before.
The BINS integrated therapy system challenged Michelle's visual scanning and reaction time, and aquatic therapy provided some relief.
She had made great progress on land. Pain was kind of the primary thing that tipped her into the pool because they just couldn't quite address it in the way that they wanted to, and I think having the water, having input from the water and removing gravity and changing the way that she was used to moving, I think allowed her to kind of rebuild pathways without having as much pain.
Thanks to therapy, Michelle now walks independently and is even back to running. But she says her proudest achievement was being cleared to return to work and driving.
When this initially happened, there was so much uncertainty, and I just didn't know if I was ever going to get those things back in my life. So I just feel so grateful that I'm at that point now.
Reflecting on her stroke recovery journey, Michelle says she's going to make a few changes moving forward.
I've learned to actually put my health first. I wasn't really doing that. I had really put my work as a priority in my life, and I wasn't really paying attention to what my body was telling me. And don't worry about the work, it'll be there tomorrow, but your health is more important than anything else.
She's hoping that by sharing her story of resilience, she'll help another young stroke survivor who feels lost and overwhelmed by their situation.
Stroke recovery is definitely an ongoing process, and there's no timeline on it. I would just tell people, don't give up and never lose hope, because things do get better. It just takes a lot of time and a lot of patience and a lot of hard work.